Should you trust the statements of Travis McMichael? Now, let's go ahead and first take a look at this. He told you he's not going to chase or investigate someone who is armed. And yet all he talked about was, well, he kept reaching in his pants, he kept reaching in his pocket. Well, did you think he was armed or not? Then what did he tell you? This is what I was thinking. Mr. Arbery may have run by. Maybe Matt had seen him. Maybe he has broken in. Maybe Larry English is over at 220. I don't know. Maybe Ahmaud Arbery was caught. Maybe Ahmaud Arbery is running from the police. These are all maybes. He doesn't know anything. These are all the maybes he testified to. He said he assumed he was committing a crime. That's what he said on the stand. Remember, I wrote it out. You said you assumed he was committing a crime. I went down there to see if it was him. Then he said, I don't know. I don't know what he did that day. I don't know. Then he wanted to talk about his totality of the circumstances and all that stuff that he knew that was going to allow him to do the citizen's arrest. What did he talk about? Well, I heard from my mom about the stuff stolen off the boat. Okay, well, can't arrest somebody on the unsupported gossip of someone else. Can't do that. And then, I saw him inside the house, and I knew he was in there on a couple other days because I'd seen video on February 11th, he saw these videos. Okay, well, that's not having committed a crime in his immediate presence. This is somebody showing you some stuff later. And then he knew about the white couple. Oh yeah, I knew there were other suspects for stealing the stuff and other suspects who had gone in the house, the white couple. Okay? And then he also said, well, yeah, and then there was the shady-looking guy under the bridge. He was also kind of a suspect. He said, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. What happened down the road? I was ordering him to stop. What gives you the right to order Ahmaud Arbery to stop? My impression was that he could be a threat. Because who knows what can happen? Oh my God. Self-defense, you have to think you're in imminent danger of receiving serious bodily harm or death. It's imminently happening, I'm about to die. My impression was that he could be a threat. Yeah, who knows what could happen? That's what I said on the stand. All right, so what else have we got? If Greg had called 911, he still would have been on the phone with 911. We know that. That's how 911 works. They stay on the phone with you. He knew he wasn't on the phone with 911. He told you he didn't know what his father was saying to Ahmaud. Really? Does anybody believe that? That he's in the car with his dad, but he has no idea what it was that his father was actually saying to Ahmaud, as well as what he was saying. Now, what did he talk about? He talked about that continuum of the use of force and blah, blah, blah. Level 2 is commands. Okay. I'm sorry. How do police officers command people to do stuff? How do they usually do that? Because police officers, are they yelling at you? Or are they politely saying stuff to you when they're commanding you to do things? Do you believe for a minute he was talking softly to Ahmaud Arbery? What's going on? What are you doing? Please stop for me. Do you really believe that for 1 minute? I'm going to ask you another question. Do you think this Travis McMichael who took the stand was the same Travis McMichael from February 23rd? You think they're the same person? Or you think this is trial preparation? What tone of voice do we have being used by the McMichaels?
Hello. 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm out here at Satilla Shores. There's a black male running down the street.
Satilla, where at Satilla Shores?
I don't know what street we're on. Stop right there! Is it? Stop!
yourself, was that the tone of voice being used? Well, yes, we know it was. He just said, stop, God damn it, stop, to Mr. Arbery, in that tone of voice. All right, use of force continuum. Presence. Did not have, no badge, no uniform, no authority. Just some strange guys in a white pickup truck. Strangers. Verbal commands. They don't have any authority to use verbal commands. This is a fellow citizen. This is another human being. They're pulling up on him, and they're commanding that he stop and talk to them. And then, of course, he skipped level 3, level 4, level 5, and went right to deadly force. Boom. Someone's dead. Claims he didn't cut off Ahmaud on Burford, did not get out with his shotgun. I don't know, you believe any of that? Told the police he got out of his car in Holmes, a few houses down, and yelled at Ahmaud to stop. Now he says that didn't happen, and his convenient excuse is, I was really confused. What did he say the Coast Guard goals were? To not escalate, but to keep everyone calm and cool. You don't want anything to escalate. But then he tells you, oh, but you pull out a shotgun and point it at somebody to de-escalate a situation. What are you talking about? Does this logic make any sense to anybody? Travis McMichael never said to the police, I was making an arrest. I was trying to arrest him for the crime of this. Wouldn't that be really, really important? Hey, I was trying to effectuate a citizen's arrest for this crime that I know he committed. Wouldn't that be something you'd tell the police? Never once. Never told Mr. Arbery he was under arrest. Never said, I saw him commit the crime of blank today. Because he didn't. He was sitting on his sofa. Never said, I was afraid he was going to hurt my dad or pull him down. Never even mentioned being afraid for his dad. Not once. Anything about the English's boat or anything being stolen from 220. Never mentioned it. Never talked about it. 2 hour and 45-minute interview. Doesn't talk about any of this stuff. Assumed the worst. Here's what he did. So he stopped, and I said, hey, just want to talk to you, where are you running from? Where are you going? This is what he says he said. He's asking Ahmaud about what he was doing that day. Because he didn't know what he'd done that day, but he assumed the worst. He must have committed some crime. What's your emergency? There's a black man running down the street. What did Agent Seacrest tell you? GBI agent, I can't compel anyone to speak to me. They knew better, just like Agent Seacrest knows. I can't compel anybody to talk to me.